I don't personally advocate for any one structure because I'm not you and I don't know what your priorities, what your desires, what your wants and needs are. If you can take what works and what feels really good and then leave the rest behind, knowing that you have a choice in the matter, then you will feel so free to design the relationship most in alignment with you and the people you are in relationship with. I started to really understand relationship diversity and start to practice it, my relationships totally shifted. They got more fulfilling, more exciting. I felt so free. So, what is relationship diversity? Hang on, we'll get to it. First, if you're new here, I'm Carrie Jaroslaw, best-selling author, relationship diversity advocate, and podcast host of Relationship Diversity Podcast. I'm also a coach and I'm passionate about teaching you how to design your own unique relationship in your own way. This is Relationships Reimagined. I share tips and thoughts on how to design relationships. I help you question and explore all the things that you've learned about relationships to see if it really aligns with who you are. Now, let's get into what relationship diversity is, at least the definition that I work with through my work and my podcast. So, relationship diversity is all the varied ways that we relate to ourselves and others in our intimate relationships. Relationship diversity can be broken down into main categories, and I define those as soloamory, monogamy, and non-monogamy, which you can also break down non-monogamy as polyamory and open relationships. There's lots of substructures, specifically with non-monogamy, which you will oftentimes hear described as ethical non-monogamy or consensual non-monogamy. And that is just to distinguish it from non-ethical non-monogamy, non-consensual non-monogamy, or in other words, cheating. Infidelity. Stay tuned. We will go into all of those structures in future videos. But here's one important thing that I want to say is I don't personally advocate for any one structure because I'm not you and I don't know what your priorities, what your desires, what your wants and needs are. And only you know that. And if you are in relationship with someone, only that other person knows what their unique needs and wants are. And together, I always say a unique person plus another unique person equals a unique relationship. So this channel is all about information about what is possible so that you can take aspects of it and begin to design the relationship that is most in alignment with who you are. And this is where the gold of relationship diversity comes in. Because if you can take what works and what feels really good and then leave the rest behind, knowing that you have a choice in the matter, then you will feel so free to design the relationship most in alignment with you and the people you are in relationship with. However, we grow up thinking there is only one way to be in relationship. So a lot of people talk about this as mononormativity. In other words, that monogamy, one person with one other person, and typically heteromononormity, meaning a man with a woman, is the only way to be in intimate relationships. And so my inspiration and intention with this channel is to bring some education to show you that there is more than one way to be in relationship. The biggest thing that I advocate through my work is knowing yourself to know what you want. Because if you don't know who you are, then you won't know how to ask for what you need, want, and desire. So we'll do lots of videos about learning how to get to know yourself, because I think that a lot of us grow up thinking that it's selfish for me to want to know who I am and what I need and what I desire, and it's selfish for me to ask. And it is the key to feeling more fulfilled in your relationships. The concept of relationship diversity at its best is centered around this idea of knowing yourself and then also embracing the natural, normal evolution of our lives instead of resisting this natural process of evolution. Because of fear, we actually lean into it. We lean in to knowing that life is always changing and evolving. And we ask ourselves, how can we evolve our lives, ourselves, and our relationships to experience more fulfillment when we're doing our own internal work, living in this fluid, dynamic energy, communicating compassionately with ourselves and others. The possibility of an inspired and fulfilling life are endless. Embracing a relationship diversity takes the shoulds and the have tos out of your relationships. This is the scenario where all the shame of not doing relationships right can be finally released. It releases all the rules that someone somewhere has said makes a relationship right and good. Relationship diversity says, who am I and what do I really want in my relationships? Therefore, the main qualifier of a successful relationship in the context of relationship diversity becomes, am I being true to myself in this relationship? Am I honoring my needs and desires while honoring my partners? This kind of work takes a lot of courage. I'm not going to lie to you. It takes a lot of courage to question the things that we've been told and the things that we are continually told through movies, music, our community, our religion, culture. We are shown one way to be in relationships, and there are so many other ways. But we have to have the courage to question it, to ask, is this really something that I believe, or is this something I've been told to believe? That's the question we'll be asking throughout these videos. And I encourage you, when you're starting this exploration, to ask yourself, is this something that I really believe? Or is this what I've been told to believe? This becomes a new paradigm of intimate relationships. I choose to create a world where my uniqueness is not only accepted, but it is celebrated. And it begins with me knowing, loving, and accepting myself. I hope you'll join me in the conversation, because together we can create the most vibrant, beautiful, colorful, diverse world of intimate relationships. I believe that this could help move us out of the divisive world we've been living in and into a more accepting, inclusive, and vibrant world. Subscribe, hit the bell notification, and if you have more time and you want to go even further, check out this video